Hello Year 1, and I'm going to talk you through your maths learning today. So again, retrieval, it just means recapping to previous learning that you have already been taught. So can you count forwards and backwards to 20? Start with random numbers. You might start with 8 and count forwards and then back, or start with 12 and count forwards and back. Okay, so pause here to do that. So we are going to look at today's date again. So have a think what today's date is. What day is it today? What day was it yesterday? And what day will it be tomorrow? So we're going to do that throughout the whole week. Again, pause here so you can write that down or tell somebody. So what we are learning to do today is tell the time to the hour. So how can we be successful? So to be successful, we need to know a bit more about a clock and how it works, what we mean by telling the time to the hour, okay? And I'm going to show you how to do that today. So the key vocabulary for today is clock, hand, hour hand, minute hand, o'clock, and tomorrow we'll be looking at, or throughout the week, half past. So can you have a look at an analog clock? So in the corner there you can see an analog clock, and I want you to have a look at the hands of the clock. So the hands of the clock, I'll show you on here, okay? Clock's hands, so we've got this one here and this one here, okay? What do you already know about a clock? So again, you can write that down or share that with somebody, what you already know. So do you know what o'clock is or what it means? Again, pause throughout this video when you need to. So what does it mean? The hour when telling the time. So o'clock is the hour when you are telling the time, what the hour is, okay? So what does o'clock look like on a clock? So I've put a little image here. So the hour hand, okay, is the small hand. So on the picture there, it's the little green hand, okay, and then it's pointing to, here the small hand or the hour hand points to what the hour is, okay, so that is the hour. Then you've got the other hand here, and this is the big hand, but we call it the minute hand is the correct term. And this, when it is o'clock, is always at the very top on the 12, okay, for o'clock. So for 2 o'clock, as you can see here, and on the new screen, we've got the hour hand on the 2 and the minute hand on the 12. So it's 2 o'clock. It's time to have a look now at o'clock on the big clock. So this is my big clock that I'm going to use to show you. Okay, so what time is it and what do you do at this time? I want to have a think. So we've already done 2 o'clock, so I'm going to change it. Okay. So there we go. So I've got the hour hand here pointing to the 5 and the minute hand is pointing to the 12. So it will be, let's give you some time to think or pause here, but it is 5 o'clock. So what do you do at 5 o'clock? So 5 o'clock in the morning, hopefully you'll be asleep. And then what do you do at 5 o'clock in the evening? You can write this down or tell somebody. And why do that? I'm going to choose another time. Okay. So what time is it? And what do you do at this time? Pause here if you need to. So the hour hand is on pointing to the 6 and the minute hand is pointing to the 12. So you should have 6 o'clock. So again, what do you do at 6 o'clock? So 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe you're awake. And what do you do at 6 o'clock in the evening? I know at 6 o'clock in the evening, sometimes I've just got in from work or I'm still at work, but you might be having your dinner, getting ready for bed. Okay. Here's another one for you. Okay, so this time here is 8 o'clock. The hour hands on the 8, the minute hands on the 12. 8 o'clock. So again, what do you do at 8 o'clock in the morning and what do you do at 8 o'clock in the evening, which might be different on a weekday to a weekend, what you might be doing. So maybe you're still in bed. I know I have a little bit of a lay-in at the weekend at 8 in the morning. Here's another one for you. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is 9 o'clock. So what do you do at 9 o'clock in the morning and in the evening? Have a little think. You can write it down and share. Another one for you. So what do you do at this time? So again, hour hand on the 11 and the minute hand on the 12 at the very top. So it's 11 o'clock. What are you doing at 11 o'clock in the morning and 11 o'clock in the evening? Okay. Last one now. So as you can see, both the hour hand and the minute hand are at the very top on the 12. So this is 12 o'clock. So what do you do at 12 o'clock in the morning? And what are you doing at 12 o'clock in the evening? Okay, so it's up to you now. So can you tell the time to the hours? We've done that together. And now I've got some clocks. Okay, so I'll upload the PowerPoint separately so you can come out and re-click on that and you can work through this at your own pace and work through the slides. And you can either tell someone what the time is or you can have a try at writing it down. Okay, so work through these. What time is it? And if you want to say what you do at these times, you can as well. Let's get through those. So you can complete any of the following activities. So I'll talk you through those. So this one says, can you access the clock matching game and complete the activity? So there will be, you can see what it looks like in the corner there. And what you need to do is to be able to tell the time, and then you can either write it into that box or there's some cards that come with it where you can cut those up and then match them on or stick them on. Okay. And then if you want to take some pictures of these, then you can send them into the parent support email. And that's just down there to click on. And you can also do that in the PowerPoint that I've uploaded separately to access that link. So the flying high, if you want to challenge yourselves, can you talk about or write down what you do at the o'clock time? So what do you do at those times to the hour? So we spoke about that a little bit as we went through. So can you do that on your own? And there are some additional questions here to challenge your thinking even further. So here is match the words to the correct clock. What time is the clock showing? And then there is a reasoning question to challenge your thinking as well, which says, look at the clocks below. Can you put them in order and explain why you have chosen that order? Okay. And then the final slide is just to recap what o'clock is. So first of all, what is o'clock? What does it mean? Which again, that's on the slide, so you can scroll back up if you need to double check. And which hands go where? Okay, so which hands go where? Where does the hour hand go when it's o'clock, and where does the minute hand go when it's o'clock? So I'll leave you to get on with your activities. I look forward to seeing your learning.